I love tools that make woodworking easier, and I especially love them if they're cheap. Now there's tons of lists all around the internet of other YouTubers and friends of mine telling you about these awesome tools for under 20 bucks. And you seem to really be liking the lists of tools and tips that I've been giving you lately. So I compiled my own, and I've got a bunch on here I doubt you've ever heard of. I did break these down into 3 categories. One, there's just general shop stuff. These are things that I just have floating around. They could be tools, they could be some other stuff. I think they're very usable in almost any workshop. 2, material prep, which is gonna be like sanding and finishing and stuff like that. And then lastly is measuring and marking, which I have a lot of measuring and marking tools, as you can see behind me, but I've got some very good bargain tools I think you're going to love. So let's get right into it. First up is this sucker, the old-timey screw clamp. You've probably seen these around your grandfather's shop or at yard sales for every single house I think ever. Like there's definitely one of these in every house, at least in Pittsburgh there is. And if you've never really known what these are for, it has a bunch of really cool applications, and it's definitely worth having around the shop. I primarily use screw clamps to help me hold materials vertical by screwing them to the bottom of panels and then clamping that panel to a work surface. But it's also super awesome if you're cutting weird shaped stuff or spheres on your bandsaw, or you need holding for weird shaped stuff. It's super unsafe to cut, spheres and circles and rounds on your bandsaw. I learned this tip from Jimmy DeResta years ago, and since then I've never not had a screw clamp within arm's reach when I'm working in my shop. This tool comes in around 19 bucks, and a bunch of brands are making them. You can snag one up at your local home store or at the link I've got in the description below, but awesome, cheap tool to have around the shop. You definitely want one of these. Next up are these.
What are those?
Now, if you've never seen these before, these are called pivot clamps, I think, or at least it's how they're listed, and Bessie makes these. If you have parallel clamps in your shop, these things are awesome for glue ups that aren't necessarily perfectly square. They slide right onto the end of your parallel clamps, and they allow you to get clamping pressure across about a 6-inch surface on anything within the radius of how these move and bend. So if you've got an angled glue up on a table leg, or you've got a weird shape that you're gluing up, these things are awesome for it, and they're only like 18 bucks I think on Amazon. So snag these up, they will get you out of a pinch, and they'll save you the time of not having to cut angle blocks and then glue those to your work surface for your angled glue ups. Awesome tool. Up next is something I wish I would have learned about years ago, but is amazing to have around the shop, and that's gonna be neodymium magnets. You can get a 20 count of like dime or nickel sized magnets for about 20 bucks, like right under there, 17, 18, 20, somewhere in that ballpark. And these things are fantastic to have around the shop. A lot of tools in the workshop are made of metal, and if you're looking for something to hold a tool somewhere that is easy and affordable, you can slap a magnet behind a piece of wood, stick it on the wall. I've got a lot of magnets in the holders I've got behind me on this wall holding my tools up. They also come in great handy for your projects. So if you want doors to close nicely, neodymium magnets are great for that. If you want to hold a tool on another tool while you're working, a neodymium magnet's great for that. You start finding endless possibilities for these. A fantastic woodworker that I will always aspire to be like because he's incredible and so nice is Ramon Valdez on Instagram. He is like the neodymium magnet king. Check him out. But since he recommended these years ago when I found his Instagram portfolio, I've always had a stack of them sitting on my toolbox. Highly suggest grab yourself some. Next up, I've got a consumable, but I still consider it in like the tool bucket. These are epoxy sticks. They're epoxy putty sticks specifically made by Mohawk. And these things are fantastic. I found out about these following another woodworker named Jeffrey Himstead, or J-Him, and he uses these as filler, and over the years I've come to love them. Now, what they are is a little tube of 2-part epoxy that you can pinch a piece off and roll it between your fingers. This is great for filling bug holes. This is great for filling gaps. This is great in a pinch for most applications where you would be using wood filler or a slower setting epoxy filler. You got to rub it in with your fingers and it can get on you, but I find us around here using these way more than we're using like a 5-minute epoxy for a filler or trying to color match a wood filler just because they're so good. They come in tons of colors and they're readily available all over the internet. I definitely suggest having some of these laying around, and we've had this tube for 2 years, this tube for like 3 or 4 years, and this tube for about 4 years as well. They're 20 bucks a tube, totally worth having around the shop. Check them out. And since we're talking tools, I wanted to tell you guys real quick about this amazing giveaway we're doing with DeWalt right now, where you can win 2 7-tool combo kits that include tools just like this that you see in my content all the time. And whether you're a professional or you're just getting started, we know that these tools are bar none some of the best in the industry. So DeWalt's given us 2 7-tool combo kit, 20-volt max combo kits for you to take home. Say what? All you gotta do is click that link down below in the description. It'll tell you all the rules and everything you need to get entered to win. Super easy, super simple, super free. So thank you, DeWalt, for partnering up with us on this one. Now let's get back to the list. Next up is a super popular tool that you'll see on a lot of these lists, and that's gonna be these foam sanding blocks. Now, if you've seen these around, it's because they're worth it. They sell a 4-pack on Amazon. I think it's like 18, 19 bucks. And these are phenomenal for touching things up or breaking edges or just generally using in your sanding flow and sanding process. I love this shape and this one. It fits my hand really well, and I can even use the bigger 6-inch pads on it and wrap it around, and I don't get a lot of the issues that you would think coming from not having a matching pad for the sides, because these are made for 5-inch pads. But I love them. I constantly have one on the bench when I'm sanding anything. I prefer breaking edges with a sanding block. I also use these in my finishing process to knock down the surface of something when I'm spraying. They're just awesome to have around. They're super cheap. You definitely want them in your shop. They're worth it every time. Next up is a very common woodworking tool that I didn't think as a beginner I needed, but when I realized how approachable and awesome it is, I had to have, and that's gonna be a card scraper. Specifically, these 5 by 2.5-inch card scrapers from DFM Toolworks. These things are made in America. They're super awesome. He actually sent me a couple custom ones years ago with my logo on them, which are super rad. But a card scraper is a phenomenal tool to have in your shop. Beginner, noob, DIYer, whatever. They're great for everything from getting glue and squeeze out of corners to getting finishes that you cannot get with sanders. They're awesome for knocking down high spots. They're awesome for touching up a project that's you just want to hit a little spot with something. The uses are endless, and that's why it's such a common woodworking tool. These are the 032 thickness, so these are a little bit thicker, which help with bulk material removal, but I really like them. Mine are filthy and beat up because I use them all the time. I thought I needed to be a super world-class, high-end, advanced woodworker when I got started to have one of these, but you really don't. Grab one up as a beginner. I think they're $18 to grab and to get one in your shop, and they're worth it, hands down. There's phenomenal tutorials on how to keep them sharp, how to get a great burr, and all that all over the internet, so check those out, keep it tuned up, and in a pinch, you'll find yourself grabbing it all the time, I promise. Now let's get into the measuring and marking category. First up is gonna be the most common measuring and marking tool you're probably gonna see besides a pencil, and that's a marking knife. Most of you probably think you don't need this because you don't do intricate work, but I promise you, if you get in the habit of using a marking knife when you're laying out joints, you will have cleaner joints more frequently. A pencil line doesn't give you anywhere to ride your saw in, it doesn't give you anywhere to put your chisel in. A marking knife does that every single time.
Every time.
Now, if you saw my last couple videos, you'll see I use a marking knife to cut out what my joint's going to be in blue tape, and it allows me to remove it. Really easy process, and it gives me better joints and something that builds my confidence and really helped me get better faster when I was getting started. So I highly suggest grabbing a marking knife and getting in the habit of using it more often than not. I promise you, your work will improve, and so will your happiness. Next up is a digital marking gauge. This is something that I see in a ton of content, and I find myself using more and more often as I continue to try to improve my workflow. You can get into one of these pretty affordably. Now, I will say the cheaper ones do tend to wear out quicker and break, but you can grab one for 20 bucks, get used to using it, and then if it's something you love, invest in a better one down the line. I happen to have a few of these. One sits on my planer, one's on our wide belt, and then we have one over by the table saw. And I'm grabbing them all the time to make sure that I have consistency across whatever I'm building. I also find it's way easier to take a depth using the bottom here if I want to drill consistently deep holes, or I want to make a mortise or something like that and measure the depth of what I'm cutting. Lastly, the back here is great if you cut a joint and you're slightly off. You want to take a measurement inside of something. It just has a lot of versatility and it's a really nice tool to have. It comes in imperial and metric, both on the screen. It's super cool, super awesome. I highly suggest snagging one up. I wish I would have done it earlier on in my career. Now, before I finish with the tools under 20 bucks, I do have a couple bonus tools that were under 30 or right around $30 that didn't make the list that I still think you should be checking out. So here we go. First up, sticking with digital measurements, we've got a digital angle finder. These things come in like $27, $28, $29. Wixie makes a really good one. I broke my Wixie because I'm chubby and I stepped on it. And I ran up to Home Depot and I think grabbed this one from Johnson. But they're awesome to have. They really do help with dialing in angles on your table saw, or if you're cutting random stuff in space and you want to get a good angled measurement on it, it's a really cool tool to have, and I suggest grabbing yourself one. Next up is going to be this combination drill and driver from Montana Tools. This thing I've recently found, and if you watched my outfeed table video, I used a ton of it. It's just awesome. It's really convenient to have. Usually I'm carrying multiple drills or impact drivers to keep multiple bits in to keep my process moving quickly. And I found that this thing is just so rad and easy to use. I can't get enough of it. I'm absolutely loving this thing right now. You should grab yourself one. And I think it comes in right at 28 bucks. And I've been talking about this sucker for years, but if you do not have a handheld drill press, grab yourself one. This one from Miles Craft comes in, I think, right at $30 right now, and you'll find yourself using it all the time just to get more accurate joints freehand with your drill. It's really nice to have. Actually, this bench, I cut all of these using this exact one right here. I've got another really high-end one that I used on the outfeed. It's just a super cool tool to have, and you'll find yourself using it more and more and more and more to get more consistent joints. Highly suggest snag yourself up one of these. Coming in at number 9 is going to be this center marking gauge finder thing from DFM Toolworks. Now, these things are pretty versatile. I have 2 of them, and they come with all of these pins. And you can see here that I can use these pins and then the center cutout to help me find center of any board width that fits inside these holes. It's really quick, it's really fast and efficient, and a lot of fun to use. And then on top of it, you also have yourself a machined perfect little square that you can use for setup on your table saw or on your bandsaw or on whatever tool you're looking to get square on. You can use this thing for marking. It's just really cool and really versatile, but makes finding the center of boards really fast, and something I'm grabbing all the time when I'm trying to lay out, say, screw holes in a piece of plywood or a joint where I'm going to cut a biscuit, making sure I'm close to center, a domino, whatever it might be. It's just really cool and convenient to have. Check it out. And last but not least is a set of engineering squares. These things come in right at 20 bucks, and I'm a huge fan of these. Now, they have no marks on them to help you measure when you're doing layout, but I find myself taking these little squares and I have them all over the shop. I keep this tiny one specifically over by my sharpening station to make sure that I'm getting perfectly square edges on all my chisels and plane blades. I keep one on my jointer for quick setup to make sure that my joiner fence is square. We keep one near the table saw for the same thing, for quick square adjustments. I use these for laying out joints and dovetails. I find myself grabbing these all the time, and when I was getting started, it was more affordable to buy a 4-pack of these engineering squares than it was to grab one of these expensive layout tools behind me, and I find myself using it just as much. So if you're a beginner and you want a great bang for your buck, grab yourself a 4-pack of engineering squares and you'll find yourself using it for all kinds of stuff. And that's gonna be it for affordable tools, 10 under 20 bucks, and then a couple that are right around there that I think you should have in your shop. If you've got any questions, let me know. And if you wanna snag some of these up yourself, you can support the channel by using that link down in the description. You can also support the channel by grabbing some of our new merchandise and plan bundles to get your shop up to speed. But before you go and jump off of the video, let me know down below, what are we gonna build next?